14 centuries ago, in a vast and silent desert, a light began to rise. It rose not from the palaces of kings or the halls of scholars, but from the heart of a man, sincere, steadfast, chosen. In a land divided by tribes and pride, by ignorance and injustice, came a voice that called mankind to something greater. There is no God but Allah. A simple statement, yet it shook the foundations of Arabia, and soon the entire world. This was not a message bound by borders or bloodlines. It was a truth meant for every soul, that all humans are one before their Creator, that no race is superior, and that justice, mercy, and compassion must guide the human heart. From the sands of Makkah to the valleys of Madinah, Islam began to transform lives. Men and women who once bowed to idols now bowed only to Allah, finding peace in submission and strength in unity. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ taught them that faith is not a ritual, but a revolution of the soul, that kindness to the poor, honesty in trade, humility in power, these are acts of worship. Within a few decades, this message crossed deserts, seas, and mountains. It reached Persia and Rome, Abyssinia and Andalusia, Sindh and Samarkand, not through the sword, but through the light of character, the beauty of justice, and the truth of revelation. Muslim merchants carried it to the coasts of Africa and the islands of Indonesia. Scholars carried it to the libraries of Baghdad and the courts of Qurtuba. Travelers carried it through trade routes and hearts that yearned for meaning. From the Kaaba to the farthest horizons, the same words were heard, La ilaha illallah. And everywhere it went, it left footprints of knowledge, culture, and civilization. It inspired architecture that touched the heavens, science that served humanity, art that reflected divine harmony. But beyond all of that, Islam gave people identity, purpose, and peace. And today, more than 1.8 billion souls echo that same testimony. Islam, a faith that began in a desert, now lives in every continent, every color, every tongue. Yet its essence remains unchanged. One God, one message, one Ummah. In every age, nations have risen and fallen, empires have come and gone. But this truth, that there is none worthy of worship but Allah, endures. And it continues to rise just as it did from that small land 1400 years ago. For truth cannot be confined. It cannot be buried. It spreads quietly, powerfully, and eternally. The Islam which arose from Arabia and spread globally is not just history. It is the living truth. A call from the heart of the desert to the heart of every believer. To stand as one. To live with purpose. To be the light in every corner of the world. One message, one ummah, one truth.